tending to use the word like a lot.
Okay.
It's a very recent trend. I understand why, because uh, people, when they are communicating nowadays, use the word like a lot. I would suggest you to reduce that. And also, I noticed that you're using to a lot. So that's coming from
Can you use?
Hindi. So I would, first of all, before starting all of that, I would want to know about you, since this is our first interaction. Very nice to meet you, first of all.
Yeah, thank you so much. So actually, this is Shahid, and I'm from India. I'm from India. I'm from India, Jharkhand. Yes,
Okay.
and yeah, and I like to play cricket. I like to listen music sometimes, and I'm so fascinated about my English. So these
Oh,
days, I have been learning English language. So yes,
don't have to be frustrated at all. We can take it very slow, very easily. And I mean, I can understand it's a little, dodgy sometimes, but we can get through it together.
yes, all right. So can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, yes. I am Akshaya. I am a political science student. Actually, I was also born in Jharkhand only. I was born in Jamshedpur. It's my maternal house. I am a art enthusiast. I love paintings and sculptures, and I love political science and international relations. I'm currently doing my undergraduation.
All right. Glad to know that. Like, yes.
Absolutely. So, should we start our session about books?
Yes, let's talk about the book and we can talk about general conversation as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what kind of books do you like?
I like to read book, some, the real thing, like historical, something about historical or something about the great leader, you know, about what he did in their life. Okay. And they like about, so when I read that book, so I will get something and I like this book. So yes, and these days, like I have been learning this language, so I have bought some English grammar book as well. So
Okay.
sometimes I read English book as well. Yes, English grammar book. Yes,
Okay. So, what was the last book that you read?
last book. Yes, my last book. Like if you're talking about English grammar books, so I have a sixth class book. Yeah, it is a sixth class book, and because of I want to learn in basic grammar, so that's why I have chosen this book.
Right.
And the main thing it has clear about grammar, and because of that I have chosen because I have to learn the basic grammar. And apart from that, like I read one more book like You Can Win. So that is one of this book also.
Okay. Do you have a favorite author?
Uh, I don't have any favorite author because I'm not aware too much about because of only English I'm reading those books. So I don't
So,
have
have you
much.
ventured out into other languages, or have you read? I mean, are you limiting yourself to reading only English books, or do you read other languages as well?
Yes, absolutely. I'm limited myself to read only English content book
Okay.
because I want to read as much as in English and I want to aware in English because I want to learn English as soon as possible. That's why.
Oh, okay. Okay.
To know about it, what do you like to read book?
Yes, I absolutely love reading books. I think I started reading books very young. Uh, you have you heard of Panchatantra?
No, I haven't heard
Okay,
it.
so that's a book for children. They have short stories with morals and everything. But as I started growing up, I read Dan Brown's book. Dan Brown is an amazing author. I would suggest you to read one of Dan Brown's book. My favorite is the Da Vinci Code. It might be a little difficult for you initially, but I would still suggest, if you could get hold of the book online or offline, however it works, maybe you can start reading that. It's a very beautiful book. It's completely set in Europe. It's an amazing book. I fell absolutely fell in love with the first book that I read by Dan Brown, and then I of course started reading more, and um, I, I must have. It's a very small amount, but I must have read probably like 50 to 70 books or something. But I absolutely love novels. As I understand, you love a lot of bibliography. I think, right? Sorry,
Uh,
autobiography.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Ah,
I love to read the biography. Yes, absolutely.
okay. So, would you be willing to learn some new words today?
Yeah, yeah. You,
Okay.
if you have, so please let me know.
Yes. So let's do two new words. Okay. One is hardback. So,
Okay, hard
what
part.
does hardback mean? In terms of books, hardback means a book bound in stiff covers. So, I mean, today's age and time, we have books online, we have books offline. So, something like this would not be a hardback book. Okay, this is
Okay.
like a short book. What hardback or hardcover books are? The one with the thick, dictionaries have hardback covers. Correct?
Yes,
That's
and
hardback book. Can you repeat after me? Hardback?
hard bag. Okay,
Hardback. Yes. Hardback. Hardback.
hard bag. All right, all right.
Can you try
Oh,
using hardback in a sentence? Simple sentence.
yes, that I can. Okay, like I tomorrow, yesterday, I went to the market and I had bought one hard back book.
Correct. Very nice. And one more thing, what we can learn is bibliography. Bibliography.
Bibli
Bibliography. 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 Can you repeat after me? Bibliography?
bibliography.
Bibliography.
Okay. What
Uh,
does
so
mean?
what bibliography means is that when an author is writing books, right, books or research papers or whatever it is that you're writing after your class 12 gets over, when you do undergraduation, graduation, or even books when you write, everything does not come from our own, right? Ideas are of our own, but we refer to other materials to get ideas, reading some other book or reading a research paper, getting idea from some community. So you're getting ideas from somewhere, right? So when we finish writing a book, at the end of the book or a research paper or an article, what we do is we put down the sources of the ideas, that is from where you got those ideas. So for example, say I wrote a research paper on how you like books or how many people read books in general. So I will find out, I'll read articles, I will read other books to find out how people are reading, right? So I'm getting those ideas from there. So after I finish the book, I will write at the end of the book that I'm getting my ideas from here. So the list of the sources that I am taking or mentioning is called bibliography.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can, if you want,
Something.
you Google it later as well.
Like, yeah, let me tell you. Let me. I explain you about the bibliography. That means like
Bibliography.
you are bibliography.
Yes.
Something like you when you get the idea from the other experience like other source, and if you
Hmm.
want and then you write something,
Hmm.
and so that we call the bibliography.
Yes. The jotting down of all that is called bibliography. Correct. Correct. You're right. Uh,
Okay.
do you think people don't read enough?
So what
Do you think people don't read enough?
like from which context, like about in this okay, so like yes, I think people don't read yes in this generation, in not I mean to say uh yeah, because they prefer, listen. I
Hmm.
think if suppose in these days, in social media, the uh, audio like book also available. So
Hmm.
people these days don't read too much book and don't indulge about the book, and they prefer listen because they think about like if it is a wasting of time to reading book,
Hmm.
because when you listen, so it will more effective. So that's why.
Hmm. Um, Absolutely. I mean, I totally agree with you. People don't read enough. What do you think you can benefit out of reading books in general?
in general, like reading book, it's self calm, like
Hmm.
when you read book and it give calm, okay, and like just there's an advantage also about if you're learning English, so it will good for to your growth about
Mhm.
English. It will improve English by reading book, and generally if you're asking about, so like you can get the idea, because will get the new idea when you read book. So like other the sources you can you can like uh, your imagination will increase, and you think new, you get new thing when you read book. So
Yeah.
yes,
And
and
would you like to suggest a book for people in general or me?
mm, like I was reading that book, so you can win. I can recommend that book only because it is a really great book, and people who think about, it is in this. I mean to say this book about, to like who want to do something in their life, and who are not able to do due to some reason. So this book recommend for them, and because this book will give the motivation, and there are lots of story about, okay, small story, and they are like in this book, people in this book like self improvement. There's a, self your self. I mean to say, there you know what we call it. I'm not getting that word. So yes, like discipline. Your discipline
Okay.
will increase. You can understand what is
Do you
discipline,
mean
how to maintain.
self-realization? Do
Yeah,
you
self-esteem.
mean
You know, I wanted to say a self-esteem. So it boosts your
self-
self-esteem as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay. I will give
So
it a surely.
yeah, you can check out.
And what did you learn from your grammar book? I mean, have you come across anything specific that you liked in the grammar book?
Recently, like I have learned about adjective, how to use adjective.
Very nice.
So I know about like adjective, it describe noun.
Hmm.
So
Yes, it does.
basically describe noun. So yeah, so that's I have learned. Like if I'm telling about, if I'm giving an example, so she is beautiful. So beautiful is the adjective. So here I'm describing noun. So yes,
Correct.
I have learned this thing so far.
Correct. Very nice. So let's come back to the feedback portion of today's session. Um, First of all,
Yes.
I'm absolutely amazed about how you have been describing new things to me from the books that you've read. I'm very happy with that. What I would like to tell you is that you are why because uh, people when they are communicating nowadays use the word like a lot. I would suggest you to reduce that. And also I noticed that you're using to a lot. So that's coming from
Yeah,
Hindi.
okay. All right. I haven't noticed it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, it'll take some time. Consciously, you will have to try to reduce it. So, instead of to, you can use other conjunctions like because, but, and all of those things. And, right? And what I will suggest you to do is read small books. Very, very small books. Maybe start with Aesop's Fable or something. Easy to
All right.
understand. Small things. And practice your grammar. And that's all I think.
All right. So, okay, I will work on my, like. Okay,
Yes,
I will try to reduce like word in
yes.
my conversation. And obviously, to I don't know like why I'm saying today to, and but I don't say this word.
It's
Yes.
okay.
To
I mean, it comes from Hindi, so no problem.
yes, absolutely. Yeah. To
Yeah. And please don't feel that you're struggling with the language. You're absolutely not struggling, let me tell you. Your English is
okay.
quite okay, no problem. If we keep talking, we can
Mhm.
come to a stage where you will not feel you're struggling with the language at all. And you're not struggling. It's fine, it's completely fine.
All right. Yes, it's a first conversation, because of the psychological, fear sometime come because of, yeah, I'm interacting with you first time, so because
Please
of that
don't
also.
be scared. It's completely fine. There's no judgment. You're free to talk whatever you want.
All right. Thank you so much. Like it's a lovely conversation with you. You're
Thank
so kind. You spoke so politely.
you.
Yes,
Absolutely.
lovely.
It's very, very nice meeting you too. I wish to have more conversations with you.
Yeah, I wish to. Yes.
Have a
Okay,
nice
bye
day.
bye.
Have a nice day.
Have a
Thank
nice day too. Bye bye.